All right, welcome back. The Power Showcase is an annual event at Marlins Park that showcases the top power bats on the amateur level.
That ball jump off.
I mean, the skill set that these kids have, it is so much fun to watch these kids swing the bat. And the president and CEO of Power Showcase is our friend Brian Domenico, who joins us every year on the stove to talk about the event. Brian, good to see you. Thanks for coming on, as always. Talk about some of the names and what made your event this year such a success, as it always seems to be.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on again. And you know, it's a lot of fun to build that platform and have these guys come out. And a lot of these players you're going to see were guys that were returning from last year or even 2 years ago. And when you compete on a stage like this, at least like the first year, you know, a lot of things go through your system. You know what I mean? So you're trying to make adjustments, and sometimes these lights are awfully bright and they can kind of swallow a player up. But I think those are the best moments, you know, to kind of learn, reevaluate, and then come back the next year. Because again, a lot of these players, when we get a chance to see some of the video of these guys, I can kind of give the backstory to these guys. And I think you guys will be really impressed.
Well, looking forward to it, no doubt. We'll get the video here in a second. Once they roll it, you just take over. But I tell you what age are we starting at now? I mean, these balls are flying out of here like they look like grown men.
Hey, truly the most impressive player we had was a 6'5" power hitting lefty from Missouri named Caden Bogenpole, who was our featured world champion. I mean, he's 6'5", he's a 6'7" runner, throws 94, 95 from the outfield, and that projectable frame can easily hold another 15 to 20 pounds. And it reminds me a lot of Corey Seager.
Back on April 29th on the MLB Network, you were talking about how like the vocabulary of bat speed has left everybody, and it's all about launch angle, distance.
It's 503 feet this kid hits the ball.
Right, exit velocity. And you were talking about bat speed and Andrew McCutchen and Vladimir Guerrero and Ricky Weeks and all that stuff. So it kind of light bulb went off, and I said, you know what? There's another really good device out there that's blast motion that gets bat speed, rotational acceleration. So I reached out to them. And they brought in one of their engineers, a guy named Todd Friedman. So we added that aspect to the event. And here's some interesting stats. There's a guy named Clayton Campadilli that you're going to see here, where the top reading by a major leaguer was bat speed of 90 miles an hour. Campadilli was 88.1. Now, he hits this ball completely out of the stadium at 114 miles an hour. Yeah. I mean, an incredible talent.
Wow. You've had a lot of notable big leaguers. We're taking a look at some of the breakdown here for Clayton's swing. You've had guys, Bryce Harper, Daniel Vogelbach, Tristan Casas, who is waiting to bloom as a Red Sox, and a bunch of kids that have played in this thing, competed and hit balls over 500 feet. And you had another couple of players join that club in this year's event.
Yeah, there's a young man who, to kind of bring up what I said earlier about guys that have come to the event multiple times, by Clayton Bolkema. He's a player who's Brazilian-born. The Brazilian Bomber is his nickname. And he hits a ball up into the lights at 491 feet. And
here he is. Oh, my gosh. Look at this dude. He's Prince Fielder.
And listen, he's a cross between, if you think about it, Josh Naylor, who's with the Cleveland Guardians, was also a Power Showcase world champion. Daniel Vogelbach was a Power Showcase world champion. And I think you sprinkle a little move on in there, you've got Bolkema, but he's only an underclassman. So he'll be back. He'll be back.
How old is he then as an underclassman? What age does that put him at?
I think he's about 17 years old. He's got one more year to go. Yeah. One more year to go.
He's going to wipe out a catcher with that backswing. I mean, wow, that is really fun to watch. So
I was going to say, Brian, we're seeing Matt named a bunch of players have gone on to be major leaguers or are on their way. So it's not just a bunch of kids hitting homers. You actually got pretty good baseball players competing in this.
Yeah, I mean, the event has really evolved from like 2008, where I had one player, the top power hitter from each of the 50 United States. And then the next year was when Harper came and the Yankees got involved and hosted Scout Day. And then the players wanted to play games. So it really encompasses everything that you want as a player. I mean, players want to be in a major league stadium. They want major access. They want limited numbers. You go to some showcases and there's 350 players. You know, at my event, there's 40 per age group, and they got all the major league teams. They got the dinner, they have the derby, they play the game. And I think the ones that start to come in at a much earlier age, it really does help enhance their baseball DNA, their overall baseball DNA.
Impressive.
Brian Domenico of the Power Showcase spending some time with us this morning to talk about the most recent running of his terrific event.
Scout Day portion of this Power Showcase. Great opportunity for you to get out in the stadium here. My name's Nick Presto. We got a bunch of scouts from different clubs. We're gonna do defense first. We're gonna hit. Run the 60. If you're a pitcher, you go to the bullpen. It'll be a good opportunity for you to get some experience doing it.
I'm Christopher Zupito. I'm from Drexel Hill, Pennsylvania, right outside of Philadelphia. I'm 18 years old. I heard about it from my friend, and he recommended me from Simon O'Brien. And yeah, I talked to him. He made it official, and I was there pretty much.
Good.
I'm gonna say Bryce Harper. I mean, of course. I mean, he's a Philly. That's where I'm from. So. But just like how he matured over the years, I mean, when you look at him as a young player in the MLB, he was getting thrown out every other game, and now he's the leader of the team, probably the most mature guy out there, but knows how to sound the crowd anyway. So, yeah, I look up to being like him. So, just be dominant on all sides of the plate, try to make everyone look stupid as possible, try to make PA proud, and that's about it.
So what was it like watching him throw on a major league field?
Beyond exciting.
It was awesome.
His dreams are coming true. It's just, we love it.
How was he the week leading up to it? He was pretty good. Just today he was a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
Last night,
Every fingernail.
and toenails, there was nothing left.
Yeah.
Marvelously, he gave no runs. And he was 87-91. It was a two-seam fastball and pronates it. Big time movement. I know he's committed to NC State. Big time program. I think he'll do well there in college. And great kid from Pennsylvania. And a real bulldog out there.
So, have you pitched on a major league field before?
I have not.
Okay, so first time on a major league mound, 3 innings. How did it feel?
A little nervous going into it, of course, big stage, but before the outing, you gotta do some breathing on the bench, relax, close your eyes a little bit. That's what I did. I wouldn't say I was 100% prepared, is what I'd say. I mean, I've had a week break, had a lot of time during the past week. It was kind of more my mental side taking over than my physical side. And to be honest, I didn't really feel great, but my outcome was really good, I'd say.
Yeah, it was. You pretty much cruised through 3 innings. What pitch felt good to you tonight?
Definitely, I would say my knuckle curve. That really was a factor. I was able, in the slider, all of them weren't good. My changeup wasn't good up until the last inning, but that's okay because I still got 4 other pitches to complement it. But to get strikes early in counts, mid counts was the knuckle curve and the sweeping slider at the end, which I think was like 3 of my strikeouts. He played well, and then the 2 seams in, 2 seams out. I think that played a good part too.
Good. And then last one. How would you summarize your Power Showcase experience overall?
Amazing. It really is cool. Like sometimes, even right now, it doesn't feel like I'm playing on a major league field, but when I really look around, it's awesome. And dream come true. And hopefully, I'll be here in a year or 2, a couple years down the road, for the rest of my career somewhere. It'll be fun. But yeah, definitely just trying to